Hi guys, welcome back to some more action with Accrington. We've got a game away at Leicester today. We are going to auto replace the unavailable player. We're sitting mid-table, I'd say. We're 13th at the moment, so we're not doing too bad. We have improved on the opening start to the season. We're going to try and get through October, November and as much of December as we can and get through to the start of the or as close to the January transfer window as we can, and then decide whether the financial takeover will happen or whether we just try and go through and see how we get on. And Thule, I'm thinking, hey, I want to win in this game. Rivera with a goal. I'm thinking Thule definitely needs to leave. He said he wants to go, so it's one of those where I think it's a good time to sell him the January transfer window. Hopefully we can get a bit of cash for him. Use that to strengthen the squad, maybe. But we have something. There we go. Josh Lowe has accepted his contract offer. So yeah, we're just going to see what happens in terms of Thule. Obviously we've now signed Lowe up to a bigger contract, which is good. We've got Burnley now. We're up to 9th in the table. There we go, Josh Lowe has accepted. We need to make sure we keep him at the club for a long time. It's a winning team, the last one, so I'm going to stick with the same team. We have Burnley, who, wow, have scored but have conceded in every game as well. They're playing the flat 4-4-2, same as us, so yeah, we'll have to see how we get on in this game. And it's a 1-1 draw. Rivera with his second in 2 games. No substitutions, which is interesting. Vizcarrondo is concerned. Why are you concerned? He's concerned that he's not going to have his place in the team. Well, I've not said anything. I've just not had you in for these last couple of games because you were away on international duty for one and it was a winning team, so I wanted to stick with the same team. I'm going to use a press conference now, especially with playing Southampton, and we're going to motivate our team. But yeah, so that's the only reason Vizcarrondo didn't play in the last game because we'd won the previous game, and the game before that, obviously, he was away on international duty, so he couldn't play. Nicely into with a couple of games already, we're only 3 minutes in. So we're 8th in the table now, playing Southampton, who are 5th in the table. We will make a change here. Grant will come out for Vizcarrondo. Winter, Friedrich, Derek and Bandowski at the back. Harder, Vizcarrondo, Seager and Caballos, with Seager and Briveo up front. And Thule, Williams, Dow. So we could go have Dow in, but I quite like Dow being there. Actually, Dow, can you play right mid? I think you can. You can play right mid, so I am going to have you in for Caballos. Just freshens it up a little. I've got Thule on the bench, but I really don't want to start him, as I want our other players to play the games and, well, look at that, Southampton haven't conceded in 3. Yeah, but I want our other players to play the games and get the experience, get the potential going, as obviously Thule wants to leave and I'm happy for him to leave. 3-0 defeat in this game, but you look at that team there. Forster, Klein, Stevens, Yoshida, Target, Schneiderlin, Davis, Tadic, Wanyama, Mane and Pele. This, guys, I'm recording on a Tuesday. Obviously, Man United beat Southampton last night. There was Forster, Klein, Yoshida, Davis, Tadic, Wanyama, Mane and Pele. That is a Premier League team there, playing in the Championship. And we have Newcastle now in the Capital One Cup, I believe it is. So, interesting to see how we get on in this and see what sort of team they put out. Yeah, it's an interesting one, is this one. I think it's time to make some changes. I'm going to give Thule this game. Tim Payne can come in because he's in form. Winter out. Struner in. Armstrong I'll give you this game. Caballos will have you back in. Briveo I'll rest you. I want to give Inaki Williams a bit of a chance. I don't expect us to go through against Newcastle, so I just want to experiment and just give a few players a bit of game time. Newcastle may rest, as now they're looking at it, they've got played Vitesse and Benfica, so they are in a European competition. But the back line is strong, as they've got Darlow in goal, Janmaat, Lascelles, Yangamia, Santon, Korbat, Chiote, Sissoko, Gouffran, De Jong and Riveri, who just put them 1-0 up. And that's how it ends. Janmaat was sent off. A pretty respectable scoreline against Newcastle, I have to say. Our main focus was always going to be the league and mid-table. If we could finish higher than mid-table, I'd like it, but the objective was to finish mid-table. I'm going to check and see how we are getting on objectives. Reached the round of 32 in the cup. We reached the round of 16. So that's been done. Finished mid-table. Projected to finish 11th. But anywhere it looks like between 5th and maybe 16th seems to be okay. So we are doing okay at the moment in terms of the board objectives, but I'm not too worried about those right now. Right, Reading coming up, and we do need to change the team. We're going to make wholesale changes. Briveo and Seeger both back in up front. We'll go Smith on the right, Seeger, and we'll go with Alutza in midfield. Harder at the back, Bandakowski, Milanov. We'll go with Winter at the back and Buxton. So we'll get this game done against Reading, and that's nearly is virtually October done. So that's not too bad. Wow, Reading have lost their last 3. They conceded 2 in each of those and only scored 1 goal in 2 games. 1-1 draw here. Sordell with the opening goal, Briveo with the equaliser. Reading are in 14th, we're in 13th, so it's I suppose an okay result. Yeah, I'm going to try and get through as much of, well, I'm going to try and get all of November. I will get all of November done, and I'll get as much of December done as I can. As Aston Villa set to land Ntuli apparently. Winter, Seeger, Payne all want to go. Ryan Seeger, I'm playing you, mate, so you might want to change your mind on that one. Winter, okay. Tim Payne, maybe, yeah. Youth Scout monthly report available. So these guys are both going to be defenders. Weissmeyer can come up now if I want to. I know it's waiting till May for a boost, but I think that boost only applies to the guys that are younger, i.e. the 15 going to be 16, whereas these guys are 16-year-old. Then again, I suppose keep it where it is. Sign him up next year. Youth Scout report available. 79 max, reject. 88 max, sign him up. 89 max, sign him up. 78 reject. 70 reject. Gavin has returned from injury, which is good news. Right, Wigan coming up in a couple of days' time. And wow, Watford. A couple of tough games coming up. Wigan are in 10th in the table. They're 1 point ahead of us, so it would be nice to get a win. Make some changes. Briveo and Seeger can stay there. Vizcarrondo back in. We're going to go with Caballos on the left. We're going to go with... I'll move Winter across. We're going to go with Friedrich and Derek. And yeah. And Ntuli on the bench along with Williams, Smith, Struner. We'll have Dow on the bench instead of Bejarano. Don't need 2 right backs on the bench. So Struner can come out, and we will go with Milanov on the bench. Milanov can play a couple of positions. So that's us all sorted at the back. And right, Wigan away. I'd say a point would be a good result. And looking at Wigan, they're unbeaten in their last 3. Conceded 2 in those 3. 5 at the back. You'd sort of expect them not to concede many. So let's see what we can get done in this one. 2-0 defeat. Valencia with both goals. Friedrich was booked and also taken off. Right, what's this office? Thank God it's only an update, it's not the board saying important matches. So we've got Watford coming up in a couple of days' time. We've slipped to 15th in the table. Players leaving on international duty. Let's see who's going. Bejarano, Untuli, Vizcarondo, Struna and Milanov. Balatoni, I'm not going to experiment with the squad, so unfortunately you're just going to be out. Right, Vizcarondo is leaving, so I'm going to want to have a Lutzer in there. We're going to want to go with Grant, Smith and Dow. Armstrong get a game. Milanov can have a game. Struna can have a game. And Thule can have a game. And also, who's got better? Inaki Williams has got better shooting. So, Watford, hopefully this is at home. Get the crowd behind us. It is at home. Watford unbeaten in their last 3. They have a tendency to concede, but they also have a tendency to score a lot. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. Aurelio Gomez in goal. 1-1 after 11 minutes, but the game ends 3-1. McGugan missed a penalty, but Anya and Smith scored for Watford. 2 defeats on the bounce. Not great. And, wow, the games are coming thick and fast now. We might not be able to get through to December. Away at Hull. Where are Hull in the table? I'm assuming they're up. They are in 8th position. We've played 15. We've won 5, drawn 3, lost 7. So goal scoring is potentially a problem. I might have to play Untuli. But I can't play him in this game as he's out on international duty. So Briveo back in. Seeger back in. Struna out. Buxton in. Milanov out. Derrick in. And Lutzer for Payne. Any other changes in terms of players on the bench I will just let my assistant sort out. I'm not going to worry about those as long as the main starting 11 is sorted. Hull away from home. Wow, 1-1 drawn 1, lost 1 for Hull. So hopefully we can get something. They're playing a 4-1-2-1-2, and they're playing it sort of narrow. So hopefully our 2 wingers can do a good job here in Smith and Dow. Taking a long time recently for these games to go through and to everything to be available. And there we go, a 2-1 win. Get in. Seeger with both goals. Finally, to beat a team like Hull at Hull is a fantastic result. Unfortunately, we don't get rewarded. We're only 13th in the table now. I was hoping we'd get rewarded with a higher position, but never mind. Just got to roll on. And we've got a nice break now. See, it's either a week or it's longer than a week. Vizcarondo is relieved. Well, I want to know who relieved you. Piszczek is on the move from Dortmund. Love to sign him, but I don't think we can afford him. Right, Brighton at home in our next game. Scats van Dolikan in England. Vizcarondo. Hey, look, I told you you weren't going to be out of the team. You're my best midfielder. Right, Briveo and Seeger both playing well. Vizcarondo, I want you back in. Smith, I need to have you out, unfortunately. Caballos back in. Gamin can come back into the team. Dow, Vizcarondo, Caballos. All good. Milanov's 1 booking away, but we're just going to have to deal with that. And right, let's get on with this next game. Hopefully we can keep our winning form going. Brighton, well, yeah, I was going to say they're in good form, but they lost one of the last 2. Wow, Baldoc's put on 1-0 up after the first minute. But we claw it back for a 3-2 win. Seeger with 2, Briveo with 1. Seeger, you are not being sold, mate. Not a cat in hell chance of mine letting you go. Ryan Dow, thanks, boss. I don't mind missing the odd game. Thanks for playing so much. Hey mate, look, you're one of my. I put my neck out trying to sign you, so trust me. You're Northern Ireland, read the management job. They're going to say sorry, we're going elsewhere. Well, that's probably okay. I completely forgot about you. Oh, there you go. Offer rescinded. Despite follow-up emails, I don't remember seeing any follow-up emails. Right, I'm sticking with the same team. It was a team that won the last game. We turned it around. We're playing Bournemouth, who are a bit hit and miss at the moment. They do score, but they also concede in every game. Hopefully we can score more. We've started to find our shooting boots. 5 goals in 2 games. Sodslow we'll draw a blank here. No, 3 more. Seeger, Derrick and Brevet with the goals. I think Derrick is now suspended for a game. I thought I saw a yellow card on his name. So, injured Jorge or George Grant out for 6 weeks. Derrick and Struner wants a bigger role. I'm trying to sell you, mate, so to be honest, you ain't going to get a bigger role. And you are going to get pissed off. I think you aren't even on the transfer list as well. So, moving forward, that looks like Preston coming up, but I could be wrong. I have been known to be wrong a few times. Right, Winter, Seeger and Payne. See, that's what I don't get. You've been playing the last few games. You've scored 4 or 5 goals in the last few games, and it's still coming up with that. So there's definitely something wrong with EA's coding. And it's Huddersfield is this game, and we have a player injured and a player suspended. So enforced changes to be made. We're going to go with Payne, and we're going to go with Winter. The crux of that team is staying the same. We've won the last couple of games, so we may as well stick with what we have and stick with the winning team. Right, Huddersfield, 2 points out of potential 9 in their last 3. They're playing a 4-3-3. It looks like it's a very deep 4-3-3, trying to hit teams on the counter-attack. That's what I potentially would look to do with that formation. It's a 2-2 draw. Caballos and Dow with the goals. Gobran sent off for 2 bookables. Payne, it looks like he's injured. Let's hope it's not for long. We're going to try and sell him. Menace, you made certain promises. I potentially did, mate. Don't worry. Right, Derrick has completed his suspension. Payne out for 2 months, and Rose has found all he can. Right, we're going to move forward. I will do a squad report. And Thule, my decision. What is your decision, mate? This is the place I want to play my football. I'll be staying. No, you fucking won't. You will be leaving. I will look to sell you and get you moving on. As Elliot Armstrong wants to discuss his wages. Well, fella, let's have a look. I work hard in training for the team. Should be paid a little bit more. Let's see what you're on. And right, Grant, Winter, Payne. So Tim Payne, I think now is the time to sell you. Vizcarrondo, I don't want to sell you. Mingioa, I want to sell you. Struner, I want to sell you. Vizcarrondo, I want to offer you more money. 2-year deal, and you want to be moved up to £4 a week, and you're going to be a crucial first team player. I'll offer you that deal. Elliot Armstrong, where are you? £750 a week. You want £1,500 a week? Yeah, go on, sod it. I'm feeling generous. I want to keep you at the club. I think you've got a future with us. And you're going to be a squad rotation player as you were before. Got a nice bit of a transfer budget, but yeah, and Thule, I think I'm definitely going to sell you. Right, Payne out. It's a case of defending. Do I want... I'm going to go Calandra in the team. And Thule, you are coming out. Meneses, you are coming into the team. Get you on the bench. I definitely think I want to sell them Thule. Seeger, it's going to be Seeger and Brevet, my 2 forwards. 72 and a 70. Seeger is improving, obviously, because he's playing a lot now. And he's bagged a fair few goals in the last couple of games. So I do want to stick with these 2 up front. I don't want to sell Seeger. I do want to sell Thule. So yeah, I think that's the way to go. He's causing too much unrest in the club. That's my argument anyway, and I'm not happy about it. You have unread emails. I saw Viz Carando has accepted that contract. Elliot Armstrong has accepted the contract. Match rescheduled. New date 2nd of Jan for the Reading game. Viz Carando has accepted that contract. Matty Gale, way, has returned. And another scout report. Wow, Birmingham and Leeds coming up in 4 days. And Tooley may get a game in one of these. I am going to make a change here. Derek is back from suspension, isn't he? So let's get him in. Calandra out. And I'm going to go with a Lutzer back in there. Other than that, in fact, cancel that. Where's Dow? Is he playing? Have I got Dow? I've got Dow in the team already. I've got him on the left. So I'm okay with having... Actually, this Tamo Harder can go there, can't he? But Tamo Harder can play in the game against Leeds. And Birmingham, mixed form. Beat Huddersfield, beat Brighton, lost to Bournemouth. 1-0 draw at Birmingham. That's a good result. Tamo Harder staking a claim. He knew I was looking to put him in the team. 12th place in the table. You know what? I'm impressed with that. I'm happy with that performance from the side. Right, we're going to go with Untuli and Meneses. You wanted to play, so you are going to come into the team. Dow out, Harder in. Bejarano's going to get a game. Calandra's going to get a game. Vizcarrondo, I'm going to stick with you. Winter's coming in. Milanov's coming in. Struner's coming in. Just freshen things up a little. And see what we can do. Right, we're at home against Leeds. I'm sure I've seen these set of results before. 2-1 win against Huddersfield, 2-1 win against Brighton, and a 3-1 defeat against Bournemouth. 2-2 draw. Meneses and Untuli both laying claims to a starting position by scoring. QPR coming up. This is going to be a tough game. And I am going to make some changes. Briveo and Seeger both back in the starting 11. One thing I do want to actually quickly check. What footed are they? Seeger's right-footed. Briveo, what for your left? Do I want them like that, cutting in? Or I'm going to swap them round. I'm going to stick them like that. Right. Friedrich back in. Gamin back in. Caballos back in. Dow back into the centre. I like the look of that midfield. Winter. Matty Gale, you're not fully fit yet, are you? Right, no, you're not. It's a shame. I would have loved you to have been back, but never mind. Let's go and get this game done. Away at QPR, they're bound to be up near the top. Oh, what a shame. They've also played Huddersfield, Bournemouth and Brighton in their last 3 games. Right, this game, I might try and get through, wow, 2-0 defeat. I might try and get through to the start of January, and we got one game against Wigan and then we have the game. I'll play this Wigan game. I'll fast forward to the Reading game. New Zealand International Management, Elliot Armstrong and Jorge Grant. Yeah, I'm going to get this Wigan game done. I'll go through to the start of the January transfer window and we'll see. Oh, bollocks. I need some players that are in form playing. We just don't have anyone that's really in form. Matty Gale is back. It's a central midfield pair. I've just got no one that's actually in or got any half decent form. Yeah, so I'm going to go through to the Reading game just to see what happens in terms of if we get any offers for any players. Also, I'll do a squad report after that, as it's the start of a new month, rather than doing one now. We're at the end of the month. And then, hey, 1-0 win, Vizcarrondo with a goal. We'll just see what happens there. Player suspended. Ilya Milanov. Finally he picks up a yellow card to get his suspension underway. 5 offices. Are we going to have some nice tasty transfer offers? Please be Aston Villa going in for Ntuli. Transfer market is open. Milanov out for 1 day, but he's suspended anyway. Plays in my youth academy. 87 max central defender, 82 max now, 87 max for Niriciolo. Philip Uth, we will release you. A few need to do with the Alex Winter. Meneses, I need to deal with that. Okay, Winter wants to go, and Seeger is now saying he's okay. Obviously, Tim Payne's not going to come through as he is. He's injured. Right, so we're 12th in the table. 9 wins, 6 draws, 9 defeats. And let's get this squad report done, and then we'll call it a day there, and then we'll look to potentially do the financial takeover for the next episode, if we think it's necessary. Right, Josh Lowe up 1 to a 75. His physical and mental stats are now starting to improve as he gets older with age. Struner is up 1, don't know why. Milanov has not moved. Struner's worth 500,000, so it is nice. We do want to try and sell him. Derek is up 3 to a 74. He's valued at 2.7 million. Matty Gale is up 1 to a 73 despite being injured. His physical stats have gone down, but I expect them to improve as he comes back to full fitness. Smith is up 1. Dow is up 2. Vizcarrondo is up 1. Harder hasn't moved. And Thule hasn't moved, valued at 1.6 million. And I'm not going to put him on the transfer list, but I do hope we get an offer for him. Riveo up to a 72, valued at 2 million. Gamin up 2 to a 69. Seeger up 1 to a 70. Gabalos hasn't moved. Pellinard is up 2 to a 63. Calandra up 3 to a 66. Friedrich up 3 to a 72. Inaki Williams up 1 to a 63. Meneses up 3 to a 63. Scuidoni up 3 to a 66. Caliguri hasn't moved. We'll add you to the transfer list. Lutzer up 2 to a 68. Noble, add you to the transfer list. He's up 3 to a 59. Balatone, I'm going to add you to the transfer list. You're loan listed. Add to transfer list. There we go. Elliot Armstrong, he's up 2 to a 63. Seeger, Lee Seeger, the central defensive mid, is up 1 to a 68. Bejarano, you're already on a transfer list, so I do want to get rid of you. Jorge Grant, up 2 to a 67. Bandowski up 1 to a 69. Winter up 1 to a 69. Bauman hasn't moved, but we want to sell him. Payne, I'm gonna. What's the point in adding him to the transfer list? He's out for 5 weeks. He's not going to come back. Buxton is up 1 to a 64. Mingioa, he's already on the transfer list. Gunn is out on loan. Afobe is up 2 to a 58. They're the only 2 players we've got out on loan. So there's a squad report, guys, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Financial takeover, yes or no? I'm undecided. Catch y'all later.